just 24 hours ago. And I'll tell you a quick story. Frankie Bowie lives in Wisconsin. She's a leader in our organization. Her son, Justin, Rachel, I mean, just incredible people out there. Blake Handrick, amazing people that are on our team in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And while staying at Frankie's house, she hands me this book before I go to bed. Can you guys see this book? You nod your head. It's called How to Build a Big Team Fast. How to Build a Big Team Fast. And Frankie was bragging about this gentleman by the name of Dr. Stan Harris, a.k.a. Dr. Breakthrough. So I went to bed that night and I said, you know what? I want to spend some time working on myself. I started reading this book and I actually was just blown away by the wisdom that was pouring off these pages. If you guys could please mute your lines, that'd be great. I'll go ahead and mute it.
Yeah, Maple Cross, that road is so rough.
Connie, can you make sure everyone's muted for me? Deborah Diamond, can you mute your line? BJ Lang, please. I don't have control because I gave it to you, Connie, so you're going to have to mute the lines and unmute me if we get another disturbance. But so I started reading this book, and this man built he's got a background in evangelism and ministry. He's just incredible. His personality is big, guys. So if you're not buckled up in your chairs in your home office, you might want to ground yourself because he is powerful. But I started reading this, and I read the fact that not only did he come from an evangelistic background, but he got into the network marketing profession. And when he did, he was blowing the doors off it. Put 13,000 people in 4 months in his first company. The next company, 23,000 people in 6 months. And he got so big so fast that so many companies wanted to hire him to be a teacher, trainer, mentor, speaker. So he ended up taking on a company as the sales professional that would teach the whole organization to build. And that organization grew to 1.5 million people. So Dr. Stan's incredible. He's got so much wisdom for all of you, and I'm going to turn it over to him very, very soon here. So love this man. Wanted to put him in front of you since the moment I met him. He didn't join our team. He's not a duplicator per se. He's not a part of the World Global Network family yet, but maybe I'll be able to get him to buy a Hilo and love the technology, quite frankly. Haven't even told him anything about our company yet. So our relationship is a strong relationship of leader to leader, and I want to share him with all of you tonight. So once again, Connie, can you make sure those lines are muted? Actually, I got it, Connie. Hold on. There you go. So ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Stan Harris.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? It's a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure to be with you on this call and to be with Michael, my brother from another mother. And loving this industry and loving people who love doing business. I call it the Bible way, the way of integrity. Special shout out to Frankie also. She actually was one of the ones that God used to do this connection. And so, yeah, my lovely wife, Nadia, we say we're a covenant couple, building covenant relationships based on the covenant of promise. And we aspire to inspire breakthroughs even after we've expired. Now, breakthrough, what is that? A breakthrough is exploding through barriers that at one time seemed insurmountable. This is a copy of one of my books. And usually when I speak, I break boards and bricks. And I write things on these bricks and boards like procrastination and fear and low self-esteem and being poor and so forth. And I demonstrate although these things are hard with a proper mindset, with the good mentors and methods, we can break through the hard things. So years ago, I was speaking with Willie Jolly at Howard University. He said, Dr. Stan, he said, I know you've got a doctor's degree in theology and also a doctorate in martial arts. He said, but you need to go by Dr. Breakthrough. He said, because when you speak, you teach on breakthrough better than anybody I know. And so I said, I'll live the rest of my life to make sure that's so. And by the way, as Dr. Breakthrough, I can't provide the breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. However, when people follow my breakthrough prescription, God Almighty provides the breakthrough we desire and deserve. And so I met Michael, he started talking about duplicate 8 and so forth. And I was like, man, that's like in the Bible, 2 Timothy 2:2. He said, teach to teach. Well, 2 Timothy 2:2, and the things which thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou unto faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. And so, again, I just love anybody that's in this industry. Although I didn't start off liking the industry, I was against it because somebody that I respected was against it, and I didn't even know why. And then when I found that in the Bible, Jesus was the greatest networker in the world, took 12 people and built a success line. Now, I don't say upline and downline. I think upline's a false sense of superiority. Downline's a false sense of inferiority. I use the term success line, meaning each of us create the success for the rest of us. So what they call the upline, I call the senior success line, meaning they just got here before we did. Makes them no better, no less. They just got here before, and they've taken a few steps more than we have. The so-called down line is what I call the junior success line. They're no less than us. They just came after us. And if we can teach them to take the steps we've taken, they can get to where we are, while we, on the other hand, are reaching forward to follow those senior success line who got here before us. So again, success line, each of us creates a success for the rest of us. When I was sharing this with Michael, he said, man, that's exactly what I believe. That's it. And so it's just great to meet people that have that same heart of integrity and that same heart of intention of empowering people and helping to make a difference in people's lives. So most of my life, I didn't believe myself. I don't have time to go through all the details, but simply to tell you, as a 3-year-old boy, dad left home, never came, never called, never sent mom a dime. At 6 years of age, I was out in the middle of a field playing. A gang of teenagers came my way, and they grabbed me. They beat me up. Now I'm a 6-year-old boy. These teenagers beat me up, and they slammed me on the ground, beat all over me, stomped all over me like I was an ant or roach, kicked all over me. And by the time I was bleeding from everywhere you can bleed, you would think that was enough. But then one guy flipped me over, took a great big old bucket of tar, poured it on my face, poured it on my body, took a bunch of feathers, they threw them on me, and they left me there. And I almost died. Thank God somebody finally found me, rushed me to the hospital. But I've been through physical abuse, obviously racial abuse, sexual abuse, you name it, I've been through it. Tried to commit suicide on 2 occasions, but I'm so glad I failed. Some things you're supposed to fail at, but I failed. And I'm here to tell everybody, every master was at once a mess. Therefore, every mess can one day be a master. And when a mess becomes a master, you got a message. If you get to the masses, you can make millions. And I don't know of anything better than what I call the home-based business industry. Why? Because it takes the average person and it empowers them to, get this now, an average person can create above average income in below average time. So I used to be a college professor, and I was one of those guys, Michael. I would stand up there totally promulgating my esoteric cogitations and articulating my superficial sentiment. I mean, I thought I arrived, right? Boy came from the hood, he made it, right? But somebody said, how'd you like to start making more money in a month than you're making an entire year? And I'm like, I am not going back to college. 12 years of school, 12 years of college, 24 years old, I'm done. I said, no, we'll mentor you. And make a long story short, they mentored me. I got started in the home-based business industry. And a few years later, I started making more money in the month. I was making an entire year as a college professor. So I jokingly tell people, I walked into my boss. I said, boss, I'm sorry, I can't work for you anymore. I got eye trouble. He said, Doc, what's wrong with your eyes? I said, I can't see myself working for you anymore. And that was 1990. And I've been psychologically unemployable ever since. Why? Because now I understand that profits are better than wages. Jim Rohn made that statement famous. We used to travel and speak together before he passed, but he made that statement famous. And I learned it through this industry, and I got mad, by the way, because I got to thinking about this college education, all these years, all this money, and yet the little bit of money I was making compared to what I could do if I learned to leverage. See, here's what I tell people. Everybody can't be a CEO, chief executive officer. Everybody won't be a COO, chief operating officer. Everybody won't be a CFO, chief financial officer, but everybody can be a CLO. That stands for Chief Leveraging Officer. Archimedes said, if I had a lever long enough and a prop strong enough, I could single-handedly move the world. So folks, I'm telling you, through the powerful company you're part of, the products you have, and the system with Duplicate 8, I'm telling you, it's going to give you literally an unfair advantage and give you so much leverage that literally you could change things around. The first billionaire outside of Solomon was John Paul Getty. He said, I'd rather get 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts. Why? If something happens to me and all my income's based on me, it's gone. But if my income's just 1% of what I do, but 99% of what other people do, something happens to me, I still got 99% of my income coming in. And that's power, that's leveraging. By the way, when you have a job, you're being leveraged by somebody else. When you're in a business, you now have the ability to leverage products, to leverage a company, to leverage tools, Duplicate 8, right? And also to leverage the work of working together as a team. That's why I like to say, again, success line. Each of us create the success for the rest of us. So make a long story short, as he mentioned, I built several large teams. And by the way, the company brought me aboard as a national training director, and I personally sponsored 829 people. My team now turned into 1.5 million. There's 2 million in the whole company. 1.5 million were on my team. And again, do I say that to impress you? Yes.
I thought you were going to
You
go
always hear
down
these speakers. Well, I'm not trying to impress you. Well, I don't listen to people I'm not impressed with. Now, I'm trying to impress you. Why? So I can impress upon you that if a guy that came from the ghettos, from the hood, if a guy that grew up, you know, with all the abuse I've been, if God could do that for me, what could he do with you? And here's what I found out, though, my friend. I didn't understand some simple principles. So I put it together in a simple book, and it's called How to Build a Big Team Fast. Now, this is all based on very simple principles that can empower you, my friend. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't know everything. I'll just tell you up front. But I know what worked for me. And I was able to slow down enough and put powerful principles in here that allowed me not just to make a lot of money and empower my own family, but, and by the way, everybody, my whole entire family, I got them involved in my business. You know, people say, oh, the hardest people to reach are the ones in your own home. I know, but when they see you go through such a transformation, it gets their attention. But I wrote this book, my friend, literally, it's 103 pages. By the way, I have companies on page 101. I give you 7 reasons why every person should join a home-based business. I have companies that literally take these 7 principles and teach people how to get started in a home-based business. By the way, I had a lady in corporate America write me. She said, listen, or call me. She said, you titled this book wrong. She said, I'm not in home-based business. I never have been. I never will. She said, but this book helped me to be the best version of myself. So, by the way, check this out. Go to www.howtobuildabigteamfast.com. www.howtobuildabigteamfast.com. I just got a few more moments, but I'm going to tell you, if you go there, I'm going to give special bonuses if you order. Now, you don't want to go to Amazon. You want to go to www.howtobuildabigteamfast.com, because I'm going to send you an autographed copy. I'm going to send you some different bonuses also because of the relationship we're building with Michael. I believe, again, this guy has a heart and a passion for people. He's got vision. And listen, you are connected to somebody, my friend, I believe that's going to help you. It's like I tell people, my business is actually to empower you to do your business better. And when I met him, I was like, this guy's like the same. So this book, again, I had a lady write me, and she said, I made $10,000 from one principle. Listen now, one principle that I learned from this $20 book. Just one. So I've distilled so much of the wisdom, the things that God's given me, and so much that I've learned from others, by the way, and distilled it down in 101 pages. And by the way, at the very end, I even put a page that says for a free coaching session on how to start a successful home-based business, call, and it's blank. Why? Because I have people that buy these in bulk. One guy just bought 100 copies, got another guy buying 1,000 copies. And you can put your information here and you can actually resell them to other people. Because here's what happens. When you're in a home-based business arena, it's like you speak English and let's say this person speaks Spanish. Well, they just don't, there's a disconnect. So they need some third-party validation of somebody that they can read that teaches them about this industry, about being successful in this industry. And then you have your information. You say, well, what if I don't know what to teach people? No, your free session is just get them on your call or on a Zoom like this or whatever. But I'm saying, my friend, this is a tool that you can use as leverage. You can leverage my success and you can teach people, hey, he's one of our partners. And you bought my book, so that makes us partners, right? And by the way, I teach people this all the time, and I'll give this to you as I get ready to close. I really don't sell things. I just facilitate the buying process. And here's why you want to get this. I made a chart up, and one of these days we'll come back and teach on this. And I give reasons, some powerful benefits, what my book will give. And I did this with Michael the other day, I think. And I think you said all of them are great, but it's like 7 or 8 that you really like 7. Okay. And I said, Michael, you just gave me 7 reasons why you've got to get this book. Of course, he already had it, but I want to show and teach and work with some of you how you can do that with your business. Every business I've been part of, that's what I learned to do. So real quick, I'm going to give you these highlights. And I want you, as you hear this, I want you to translate that to your business, and you can do this with your business. So let me ask you a question. Would you like a powerful guide that empowers you to become the best version of yourself? Yes or yes? How would you like to learn one question that I learned at a seminar, by the way? I paid $400 to attend, but one question that has made me hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of dollars, but for sure, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Would you like to learn that one question that I paid $400 for that made me hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yes or yes? Would you like to learn how to get your MBA, which stands for Massive Bank Account, without having to go to college and get an MBA, Masters of Business Administration? Would you like to learn how to never get another no again while empowering your team to stop fearing no's? Would you like to learn the shortcut or the fast track to success with, by the way, 100% money back satisfaction guarantee? Would you like to learn 3 powerful recruiting scripts and questions that produce millions in commissions? Would you like to learn one thing that is more important than money, but that will make you more money than if you tried to make money? Let me say it again. Would you like to learn the one thing that's more important than money, but will make you more money than if you tried to make money? By the way, that thing is called momentum. See, people try to make money, and guess what? If they try to just make money, sometimes they lose their integrity. Sometimes they do things out of character. If you just go after money, you sometimes get discouraged. But if you can create momentum, guess what? The momentum will automatically make the money. So momentum is 10,000 times more important than making money. I'm almost done real quick. Would you like to learn a proven secret that calls a 6-figure per month income within 5.5 months? Would you like to learn how to move people who in turn can move other people and products? Would you like to get 20 years of successful team building tips? By the way, tips, TIPS, to inspire prompt success, distilled down to 100 pages? Would you like to find out the 4 types of leaders who will lead you astray and the 1 type of leader you should model and have great success? Of course, here's one of them right there, right? He's that one. Would you like to learn have the ability to transition from the working poor to the non-working rich? Oh, that's good right there, ain't it? Hey, how would you like the ability to make massive passive residual increase while making a difference? Or the ability to work very part-time while creating above full-time income on your terms? And then what about learn the secrets of a master recruiter who recruited over 829 people now that turned into 1.5 million members? Or a daily declaration that will cause you to have an awesome attitude and create a great day? Our system. Would you like to learn a system that would empower the average person to create above average income in below average time? Would you like to get educated, empowered, and equipped to build a team bigger, better than you thought possible? Or learn the simplest way to succeed in a home-based business? Well, then, my friend, if you said yes to any of those are the very reasons you need to get this book and allow this book, my friend, to empower and help you. So right now, www.howtobuildabigteamfast.com. If you go to howtobuildabigteamfast.com, and if you click on that and order that, now here's what I want you to understand. I'm going to have the office forget this now, for the next 24 hours, okay? So from right now, Vegas time, 6:22 p.m., till tomorrow, Vegas time, 6:22 p.m., anybody who orders this book, you're going to get some specials. First of all, the book's going to be autographed to you with your name in it, autographed by me, but your name in it as well. Number 2, you're going to get my powerful 13-minute to your breakthrough. It's 13 powerful minutes. It's so powerful, and I'm not ashamed to admit this, I listen to it myself twice every year. That's how good it is, okay? 13 minutes to your breakthrough. I've had people tell me, bro, I would forget, I mean, the book's great, but I would have just paid more than $20 for that, just 13 minutes to your breakthrough, okay? I've distilled my most powerful breakthrough principles in 13 simple minutes, my friend. If you order in the next 24 hours, you're going to get that. Now, by the way, there's 7 people, the first 7 people, so you want to start ordering now, but I'll tell you, the first 7 people, you're going to get something extra. The first 7 to do it now. Watch this. You're also going to get my 1-hour training on how to build a big team. Now, can I just put that in perspective for you? Michael, I had one company pay me $47,000 to train 1 hour on my topic of how to build a big team fast. Why? Because the owner knew me and he'd seen what I'd done. So he brought me in front of 5,000. By the way, they had a meeting for 5,000, 10,000 showed up. So we did 5,000. Then they had to leave. We had to bring another 5,000 in. But watch this. And so I'm going to give you my hour free training that I did on building a big team for the people that order within the first 24 hours. www.howtobuildabigteamfast.com. And then, my friend, I'm also going to send you my daily attitude adjuster set to music. Now, I have people that say this and use this all over the world, and it's been changing their lives. So here's what I'm going to do. For the first 7 people to order, I just came out with this book, word for word, spoken by me in the studio. So the first 7 people, you're not just going to get the book and all those other bonuses. The first 7 order, you're going to get the book and the book on CD for only $20 in the shipping. And so first 7. So don't let grass grow underneath your feet. Last night when I spoke at the company, I put a board up and I put on there procrastination. And I broke it down. The largest nation, the last part of procrastination is nation. The largest nation of failures are those who procrastinate. Procrastination leads to devastation. Procrastination is the assassination of your destination. Thus, you must act now.
Justin Newcomb just ordered.
Hey, Justin, congratulations, Justin. You just made your order. So you're not just going to get the book and the other bonuses. You're going to get the book on CD, 5 CDs, okay? And again, written and spoken by me word for word. So 6 more people deserve to get that. And again, this is not a sales gimmick. This is what I do. The first 7 people. Why? Because you're action takers, and 7 is the number of perfection. So the first, well, okay, let's do this. Let's do 8 because this is duplicate. 8. That's right. Okay, so 8 is the number of
just so you know, it's not duplicate 8. It's just duplicate.
It's duplicate. Right. Excuse me, duplicate. But it's the 8. I see it.
Yeah, I see it. I like it.
Okay, so the first 8 then. Let's change it from 7 to 8. So the first 8, we already got 1. The first 8 you'll get again, not just the book, you get the CD and so forth. So let me real quick give you my best breakthrough illustration. And man, you're going to hear from another young man. Oh my, matter of fact, I can't wait to hear him myself. And he is new in this industry, but this gentleman is powerful, and he's going to break something down you that I think can help you get a breakthrough. By the way, I don't know what I don't know, but I do know what I want to know. And I want to know what I need to know so I can do what I ought to do to get my breakthrough. How about you? What if you learned just one principle from this book that helped you get, say, 10 extra people on your team? Will that be worth the measly little $20, my friend? Listen, I'm telling you, you deserve the best. So let me give you my best breakthrough illustration as I close out. That rocket ship, when it takes off, if you've seen it on television, there's all kind of combustion, there's all kind of energy, it's like barely moving. And that rocket ship, and by the way, that's the way a business is sometimes. But see, this rocket ship, if it were human, it'd say something like, oh, doing all this work, and it doesn't seem to be doing much. I'm not noticing anything. But a rocket ship's not human. So guess what? It just does what it's designed to do, and it keeps on going. And it starts going faster and faster. And all of a sudden, it starts to create momentum. And now it's going faster and faster and faster. And then all of a sudden, watch this, my friend. All of a sudden, it comes right to what we call escape velocity. Now, when it comes to escape velocity, it begins to rotate wildly, almost as if it's about to be shaken to pieces. And as I've spoken in all 50 states and 28 countries, I meet people who are doing everything they know to do in their business, and it seems like it's shaken to pieces. They do everything they know to do in their relationships and their life. It seems like it's shaken to pieces. But listen, my friend, that rocket ship, if you're human, it says something like this: it's not there. I can't take this anymore. But a rocket ship's not human. It doesn't run based off its emotions. It just does what it was programmed to do. So guess what? That rocket ship, bam, the next instant breaks through the Earth's atmosphere. Now it's traveling 25,000 miles per hour, and it will virtually use no more fuel for the rest of the trip. Now listen carefully. Out of the 1 million pounds of fuel that a rocket ship uses, 95% is from takeoff to escape velocity. But once it breaks through escape velocity, it will virtually use no more fuel for the rest of the trip. My friend, when you get your breakthrough, what's so hard now, what's seemingly impossible now, I promise you, my friend, you'll literally be able to do effortlessly. So again, my friend, I want you to get your breakthrough. I believe this book can help you to do that. I believe some trainings I have can help you to do that. And it's simply, I've had so much help in my life, I feel indebted that I want to help and empower other people. And again, meeting with Michael. Now, the gentleman you're going to hear from again, give me Mr. Marcus. This brother, folks, I'm telling you, this man is powerful. I'm hanging around to hear it. You know why? Because again, I don't know what I don't know, but I do know what I want to know. I want to know what I need to know so I can do what I ought to do to get my breakthrough. So it may be just one word that Marcus says. I promise you I'll get something out of it. And I promise you you'll get something out of it, because this is a powerful man, and he's going to help you. So I'm here to listen as well. Via www.howtobuild.
Thank you, Dr. Stan.
Thank you.
Guys, now you know why I had to put him in front.
Hey, this is Dr. Stan Harris, known as Dr. Breakthrough, here with Curtis, with a quick testimony about my book, Your Breakthrough is Guaranteed.
When I first got the opportunity to meet Dr. Breakthrough, they told us at the meeting there'd be a gentleman coming named Dr. Stan Harris, Dr. Breakthrough. I was like, Dr. Breakthrough? What are you title. What is it? And within 10 minutes of hearing this man speak, he changed my life. I bought everything he had. I also bought 20 of his books. I read his books. I passed it out to people that I knew that needed a roadmap to get to the next level in their life and to get that breakthrough they needed to make it to success. I highly recommend you read this book. It's one of the greatest books I've ever read in my life. It'll help you in any area of your life to make you successful, to make you help you get to where you want to be. I mean, this is really a blessing. So if you get opportunity, get this book. Don't miss out.
Wow. Somebody says the start that stops most people. Don't let the start stop you. Get the book now.
I've had the privilege of helping people make over $350 million through my many businesses, reaching 2 million people all over the world. Under the umbrella of Multiplex Systems, also known as the Uber or Airbnb of this great industry. I've known Dr. Stan Harris, aka Dr. Breakthrough, and his wife Nadia for many years. He's in a class all by himself. He is one of the most unique, gifted, and hardest working men that I've ever met in my 26 years of being in this great industry. He and Nadia are an awesome duo that supports their team unlike anything I've ever seen before. Dr. Stan was the #1 income earner and the #1 recruiter in 3 of my businesses all at the same time. He has personally sponsored over 824 people and has 1.5 million people on his team. He knows how to build big teams, and he can teach you his breakthrough team building principles that will change your business forever. Every network marketer needs to get his new book entitled How to Build a Big Team Fast. And as a matter of fact, you'd be well to buy several copies and share them with your members if you want your team to grow quickly. If you want a breakthrough in your business, then get Dr. Stan's new book ASAP, and I promise you that you'll be glad that you did. I also highly recommend that you have him speak at your company functions. This is Peter Wolfing, CEO of Multiplex Systems, and P.S. Dr. Stan has walked the walk. His first book inspired me to write my own and to put into words my own experiences, and I've also wrote another one as well. You should get his first book while you're at it, entitled Your Breakthrough is Guaranteed. His book will transform your life both personally and professionally.
I've worked closely with Dr. Stan Harris over the years, and I've never known anyone more dynamic, driven, and tenacious. Dr. Harris exemplifies what can be accomplished with focus, discipline, and effort, and he challenges all those around him to rise up and step into their greatness. He has years of experience as a motivational speaker, author, and successful entrepreneur to draw upon, and How to Build Big Teams Fast is the culmination of all those years of experience. In this book, Dr. Harris manages to distill his years of wisdom down into a set of practical principles that anybody can grasp and apply immediately to elevate their lives and business to the next level. I highly recommend and encourage anyone wishing to truly succeed in business and in life to read this book.
Hi, I'm George Hopeland, corner of We Take Global. We just witnessed one of the most amazing speeches and presentations I've ever seen, and that's Dr. Breakthrough. You know, what he did was he brought a whole group, over 250 people, to life and hit them and packed them with messages that just struck them, that I know they took into their heart. In fact, they were so excited, they ran back to his table to get the full complement of all his messages, his books, and his tapes. You know why? Because he spoke to people, to their heart, made sense, and made them commit to change their lives and do a breakthrough. I will have him back every single time we have a conference.